All right, guys and gals out there in internet land, welcome to tonight's live stream. You see me getting the stream here ready to go. Chat's live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Chat's right here above my head. We're getting started here in our first ever series race for drag racing. First up is going to be Lane Kaysanger. Lane Kaysanger, if you would, come over here. And Brantley Howard. Also, Brantley, come over here as we're going to get lined up. This is a heads-up drag race that we're having here at Lane's Raceway. And it looks like Lane and Brantley both over there. We're going to wait on them now. It looks like they're running some test passes here before we get the actual race up and started. Brantley, come on over here. Sit down here with me for a little bit. Let me know a little bit of something about your No Respect Mustang here. You can turn that mic on, or you can here just use this one here. That'll be fine. So let everybody, you just look at that camera right there. And let's see this car. I'm going to put it up here in the camera here, let everybody see. This is his car, No Respect, that he's going to be racing for the list for the next 2.5 months here.
So this car is my dad's high school car that he recreated in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm racing it right now and going to try to win it all.
All right. Well, how you plan on winning it all?
Be fast.
All right, well, that'll work, I guess. Thank you, Brantley. Lane, come over here and talk to me real quick while he goes and gets lined up. Lane, of course, he's got his car here called Bad Company. Here you go, buddy. Here's a mic. Let's see that car. I'm going to show people your car. This is what he's going to be racing for the next 2.5 months. It's a Bel Air, it looks like here, called Bad Company. Let us know about it.
I just like the car. I like the way the car looks.
You like the way it looks? So how are you going to beat Brantley here? You going to go in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket against Brantley?
I think it'd be close race.
Close race? That's a good answer. All right, man. Well, if you got anything else you want to say after the race, you just come on over here and talk to us. All right, so the kids right now are going to go line up for their first race. Right now, my wife, she's over at the end of the drag strip. She's going to weigh them in, and then she is going to line them up for the race. Brian Vender, he's heading over to the end of the track. He's going to be the flashlight guy. And that's how we're running this race. So T's going to start the track, means it's heads up. You'll see both lights light up there in your upper right-hand portion showing that these racers are ready. They're going to let T know that they're ready. And as soon as they are fully ready, no prep on the track. As soon as they're fully ready, we'll see Brian take advantage of the flashlight down at the end of the track there. You might even be able to see him in that upper right-hand portion. Then you'll see some blue lights showing who's going to win this race. So right now it looks like we got a couple of them ready to go there. And the flashlight goes, and it looks like right lane's going to take it. So right lane, Brantley Howard's going to bring home a win here. He'll go in the winner's bracket, and Lane Kaysinger's going to go in the loser's bracket for the evening. And then, of course, in the second round, the losers will fight off. And, of course, if they win, they'll go into the winner's bracket. And the losers, of course, will find themselves in a position for the week. And Jason Howard, of course, in his gray Ghost is going to take the bye this evening. And we've been talking about doing this race for about a month now. We hope we got all the kinks worked out. Well, we'll have to wait and see for sure. There might be some things that arise possibly that we didn't expect or that we could even do with pro pairings. Up next, Tom Teeter, Barn Find. Why don't you come on over here and talk to us, Tom? So Tom's going to come over here. He's going to introduce his car. We'll show it to the camera. Tom, sit down here. Let's see that car. I'm going to show the people, if you don't mind. Here's your microphone. You can talk to them. So this is, here we go. I'll show it to him. So Tom is actually, if I'm not mistaken, Tom, why don't you let them know the interesting part about this paint job? That was something that was really surprising to me today.
It was blue metallic, and I put it in some 91% alcohol and stripped it, and this is the way it came out.
Yeah, and it's even got a little bit of rust marks there on top of the roof there. That looks really cool.
That all came out with it.
I mean, that's awesome. So Tom, you're up against Nathan Pryor right now to get section in the winners or losers bracket. Do you think it's going to be a close race, or do you think you got this one in the bag?
I think the best man will win.
Best man to win. All right, Tom. Well, I'll let you go over there and get weighed in, and we'll get Nathan to sit down here. Nathan Love Dub. Let me see that car. I'm going to show the people what you're going to be racing for the next 2.5 months here. This is a Chevy Love, folks. Some really spectacular looking wheel work here. Nice shiny paint job here. Love Dub. Let us know something about that car and how you feeling about the race.
This was actually the first one that I bought, and I actually bought it here at Lane's in the consignment. It's been a good truck for me.
Yeah?
I really like it.
Well, we appreciate you buying here at our consignment. For those that don't know, we do have consignment here at Lane's Raceway. You can come in and sell your slot cars and stuff like that, and we make it our mission to get those sold. Nathan, what do you think so far about the series as we're starting to get this going on? Do you like the rules, the 130-gram weight, Eagle motor, everybody being on equal playing ground?
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty fun.
All right, man. Well, let me ask you this, because I've been asking everybody. You going to be in that winner's bracket or that loser's bracket tonight?
If you ain't first, you're last.
All right, I love to hear it. Thank you, Nathan. So Nathan, he's going to go over there right now. He's going to get lined up. We can already see Tom Teeter's barn find there to the left side of the track right there. Brian Vender walked about the middle of the track there. Like I said, Brian Vender is going to do the flashlight go for us. Did he? Well, you can use it too later, Laramie. It is no prep. No prep, guys. Well, I thought I let everybody know. He might not have heard. We'll let it slide today. But, guys, no prep. Okay? No prep. Don't prep the track. All right. Bryson Neal Racing. I'm coming to drag race tomorrow with my own slot car for the first time. Bryson Neal, I can't wait till you get here, man. We'll have a blast. Tomorrow's our specialty race. Now, I will tell you this. This is a rule that I just come up with from last week. Actually, I didn't come up with it. Laramie gave me the idea. So this week's specialty race, I get to start off with one rule that I make up. Then I let everybody else make up the other rules. But the rule that I'm making up for this week is we're going to put 2 rental controllers on there. So everybody has the same chance at pulling a trigger. Nobody's got any specialty drag car controllers tomorrow. And it's going to kind of help it be like an IROC series, I guess, for drag racing. It's something to do. And the guys and the gals here that race on Saturday, of course, will make up the rest of the rules for our specialty race. And we see that flashlight overhead popping off, and we are going to see right lane be in the winner's circle here. So Nathan Pryor was, if you're not first, you're last. That's what he said to Tom. Tom, a little bit more conservative there with what he said. You know, may the best man win. But Nathan there, he is definitely in the spirit of the list for sure. He's wanting to get the rivalry started. Seth and Will's going to come over here. We're going to talk a little bit. You hear T over there, the announcer. They're going to come over here. We're going to talk about their cars. Looks like Seth will be up first. Seth we got this car. I had a little bit of interactions with Seth here. Seth, why don't you let us know a little bit something about this Cherry Bomb. Let me show everybody this. I won't drop it, I promise. So this is what Seth's going to be running. And I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is 130 grams. Nice flexi chassis. Let us know a little bit about Cherry Bomb.
That'd be the first pass tonight on it.
First pass. You haven't even made a pass yet with this car. So it's going to be a risky situation. Well, I got to know, do you got faith that you're going to be in the winner's bracket with it?
You're going to go all the way to the end.
All the way to the end, one way or another, right? All right, Seth. Well, I'll let you go ahead and get weighed in. I appreciate your time. Will Clausen. I don't even know where Will's at currently. He may come, he may not. Bryson Hill Racing. That will help me because I use a road course controller. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's a rental car controller that we use here for the rental cars for the road course here. So you should be right at home. It's a DeFalco rental controller, so it's not a garbage controller by no means. It's just a little bit of even fairgrounds here. All right, Will Clausen. What we got here? Is this Megatron?
This is Megatron.
All right, Will. Let us know a little bit about Megatron. This is his car for the next 2.5 months.
Yeah, really happy with the car. We're going to see what she'll do.
Well, are you feeling pretty confident? I know Seth just told me that it'll be his first pass here. That might make you a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm just happy that kind of Lanes is doing something a little out of the box. It's the first time something like this has been done, so I'm really excited about it.
Well, I appreciate that, Will. Well, I wish you the best luck out there. Go ahead and get her weighed in, and let's see if your luck ends up over there with my wife, and maybe you can bring home a victory here. All right, so Seth in his Cherry Bomb and Will with his Megatron. We're either going to see a robot win here, or we might see an explosion. Because usually when we're talking Cherry Bombs, folks, we're talking tullets in high school. No, I never done that. Never done it. Tullets in high school or any of that stuff. But nonetheless, I know what a Cherry Bomb is. So it's just a famous song. It's a famous song. That's all it is. Right now we see the Cherry Bomb getting lined up there in the left lane. That's Seth Markwell as he's getting ready. As you can see, our blinder's kind of blocking off the left lane, so you can't really see him readied up. But you will be able to see the right lane there get readied up. Now that is, of course, to help the racers when they're doing their ET racing and the tree drops, so that they can, pretty much block the other lane out, any kind of distractions and stuff like that. That's also why we have that humongous black thing over there on the left side. That blocks out all activity from the guys and gals over here in the pit area, all the movement and stuff. That can affect the way the eye sees. So we see the pre-stage light there for Megatron, Will Clausen. Glenn Burton says, look at Seth, my wind-up in the box. So if I'm not mistaken, that's Glenn's motor then, is what I'm hearing, if I'm not mistaken. So Glenn putting an Eagle motor in there for Seth. Now, of course, Glenn is one of our circle track racers here. And the light's on, and we're going to see left lane take it. Seth Markwell, first run. That may be Glenn's wind-up, but that was Donnie D that built the chassis. But nonetheless, Seth's going to take home his first win here, and that's going to put him in the winner's bracket. Like I said before, T's over there. She's got a sheet, winner and loser's bracket there. And we'll start this next race right after this to get them solidified for the following week. Then that'll be the end of the stream. Like I said, not a really long drag race here, but I want you to get used to the guys and their cars and maybe root for a few of these guys. That's the whole thing. So Harold Clausen, Midnight Rider, you want to come on over here, talk to us a little bit? Let's see if we can clear some stuff out here for Harold. Sit right there, Harold.
How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing, Harold? Can I see your car? I'm going to show everybody in internet land. So this is Harold Clausen's car, and I mean, it's a beaut. It's a Chevy S10 blacked out. Now, this is a friend of ours, isn't it, that made this body?
It is.
Give him a little bit of a shout-out, if you don't mind, about that body.
It is a 3D printed body made by Brian, or Steven.
Steven.
I forgot his last name.
Locker.
Steven Locker. And he makes some really good bodies. He does S10, a funny car. He does a Mustang. Just some really top quality bodies. This is a Pro Stock S10. and shot it black and let's let it run.
Well, let me ask you a question. How's this car been performing so far today?
We just did a little testing tuning on it earlier, and he's running really fast.
Excellent. So you think you got a really good chance of taking Grandpa's toy over here, or Grumpy's toy from Laramie, and maybe putting him in the loser's bracket?
Oh, I think we can do it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go ahead and get to it and get that thing weighed in, ready to roll.
Let's get her done.
All right. Next up is going to be Laramie. Laramie, Grandpa's toy. Come on over here and have a little chitty chat with me. Laramie, he's over there in the pit station in one of our new tables we just built here at Lanes Raceway. Sean Libb says, Harold is the man. And Glenn says, you know that was all motor, no nos. All right, I'm sitting here with the illustrious, nicknamed Worm, also known as Laramie Casehanger. Let me see that car here. Now, this is Grumpy's toy, right? Famous here at Lanes Raceway. Vega. Let us know a little something about this beaut and its origins and now where it is now.
Well, this car is named after the owner. I'm not going to tell you who she is, but she lives with me.
All right.
She done told me if I tear it up, I can't run it no more.
All right, well, don't tear it up.
We'll see who wins that foot.
All right, well, I got to know. So there's some confidence here in Harold Clausen. Maybe a little bit of rivalry between you two. I don't know. Even starting out. But he believes he's going to bring home a win. What about
I wake up in the morning, I pee excellence.
You pee excellence?
Yeah. First or last, and I'm going to take her to the end.
You going to take her to the end? Yeah. That's what I love to hear. I know this thing can do it. I've seen this thing at 16 seconds. Are we going to see this thing at 0.9s? All right, man. Well, I'll let you go get weighed in. I appreciate your time. All right, we're just here having a good time, guys. James Deckard. Hey, James, how's it going, man? Jason will be up next, James. He's coming up next. He's got a bye, but he's still got to talk through me. Nathan's saying he paid for the buy. Now, whether or not that is facts, I don't know. I just hit random on pro pairings. We'll have to take that up with Chase Meads, whether or not he paid Chase Meads for the buy. But I don't know if there's that kind of tomfoolery going on, but nonetheless, we see Harold here getting his controller set up and the S10 laid down. We see the Grumpy's toy there on the right lane. James Deckard, good. That's good, James. We can see how low those wheelie bars have to set, folks, for a good, smooth run. Just literally a cardboard piece is it. Just a tiny little, kind of like a JK cardboard piece from JK Products. You just stick that dude right under there, set her down on there, and it's usually pretty good. We see both of them lit up. We're waiting on a flashlight. Lights lit. Left lane's going to take it. Harold Clausen, a man of his word. He's going to bring home that win. We'll see if Laramie can come back there in the loser's bracket later on. Looks like we'll lose about 240 frames, to be expected, as many cameras and internet as I'm asking Lanes Raceway to produce here for this live stream. Up next, Jason Howard, Gray Ghost. We're going to need to talk to him a little bit before he goes out there to run his buy run. Here he comes now. One of James Deckard's favorite racers here. Let's see this Gray Ghost. I got to show James and everybody else out there what this baby looks like. It looks to be a 69 Camaro, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a 69?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let us know a little bit something about it. You'll have to put that pretty close to your face.
Well, I really don't know what to tell you. We've had it for a while. The owner of it, she's kind of grumpy, and this is what she wanted, what she had. And for some reason, it ended up being the fastest car in the box. This is what we're rolling with.
Well, I know that you and Laramie and a few other guys have been really practicing hard here, trying to find the perfect gear ratio to make these things as fast as possible. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a gridlock around 1.1. Is that about right?
That's what we can do. I've changed, Lord, I'm going to say 6 or 7 gear ratios now, and this is the best I can come up with. I haven't got any past a 1-1.
Nothing past a 1-1?
I have not.
Well, then it's going to boil down to reaction time, isn't it? Well, I wish you all the best of luck. I'll let T go over there and let you weigh in. You're going to be running against yourself, so it should be pretty good.
Finally win one.
Don't red light. James Deckard says, at least it's a Chevy. Yeah, and a good Chevy at that, a 69 Camaro. one of the best looking cars on planet Earth, if you ask me. I love a 69 Camaro. If I was going to be to say that Chevrolet, like we're just, picking brass tacks here, I'm a Corvette man myself. Uh, but I love, and I will say this, I love it, and I'll tell you why I love it. I love the split window Corvette. And that's because I played Grand Theft Auto when I was a kid, and it had the split window Corvette in it. And another game that I played called Spy Hunter had the split window Corvette, and I just always thought that that was just a muscly, tough car. And the lights out, and there he goes, left lane. We're going to see Jason Howard take that left lane here. He went green. Sean Libbs, one day I might share my spreadsheet on gear ratios with Jason, but maybe not. Well, Sean, I would just keep it secret. Definitely don't tell me because I'll tell everybody. So T's got a winners and a losers bracket here. I'm going to go grab that real quick. We're going to look at that, and then we're going to jump into the next round. Yeah, James Deckard's 63 split window. Excellent. I'm going to come over here with you real quick, and we're going to look at it. I'm hoping we can manipulate it a little bit to put people where they need to go. We'll see if we can. I don't know if Pro Pairings is going to allow us to do it, but we're definitely going to try. So the next round should be the losers of first round, Laramie, Tom, Lane, and Will. So let's just see if that's the case. So we're going to go ahead and select all for the buybacks, confirm the buyback list, and pair them up. Will, Tom, Lane, and Laramie. Perfect. So this is the losers bracket, okay? So what you're going to do here, so you got your winners and your losers. Okay, good. So what's going to happen here? So like Tom, Teeter, and Will, they're going up first. One of them is going to be in last, okay? So whoever loses here is going to be in dead last. So they'll be in ninth position, okay? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So whoever loses this, just write their name here in ninth, and then the next race, they'll be in eighth. Now the winners are going to jump into the next round. They'll get mixed up again, and then just the same way, you just write the losers' names down, okay? You got it? All right. Huh? Yeah. All right. Will Clausen and Tom Teeter is going to be up next. I'm coming back around to the booth. Oh, me. Here we go. All right. What did I miss here? All right. 63 split window. Yes, that's it. Sean Libbs. Laughing there. Sean Libbs, have fun, guys. Big car racing early in the morning. Yeah. Guys, head out to Windy Hollow. Get it up. It's time. It's big car time, folks. So Will Clausen's going to be up in the left lane with his Megatron. We just talked to him a little bit earlier there. Tom Teeter in the right lane with his barn find with that cool paint job he's got there. I remember what he said. He put that in rubbing alcohol to make that effect take place. And I'll tell you what, it does. It looks like it's sun faded and everything. It's beautiful. And I do hope that everything's coming in decently. I'm sure we're missing a few frames, probably a little bit of lag here. Right now showing 360 total frames drop, but looks like these guys are lining up. Brian there in the middle of the track talking to Jason as he walks towards the back. Now remember, guys, no prep here, and they have to be door cars. I've been asked a few times about what is the definition of a door car. What I do is I ask several people. I just go over and I say, hey, is this a door car? Is this a door car? Is this a door car? The majority of them say, yeah, we allow it to be a door car. So Brian, he's there at the end. Both cars lined up, ready to roll. And the lights out. Here we go. We're going to see left lane take that. That's going to be Will Clausen going into the next round. Tom Teeter with the bar find. He's going to be uh, in ninth position today. So he's going to fall to ninth position. One second, folks. That's something I didn't say. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, we'll be done. Yeah, we don't have to run two. I thought we were going to have to run two, but I think we'll be done. We can run another one if y'all want. That's fine. But it looks like the way this is going to work out, we only have to run one. Like I said, it's a learning thing. But I think it's working out pretty good. So that'll be ninth and eighth position. Laramie and Bad Company, or Lane and Bad Company, and Laramie and Grumpy's Toys. So now Laramie is going to be in seventh position, and Lane in sixth. And I'm just reiterating. I'm muting my microphone so I don't blow you guys' eardrums off. But I'm just reiterating that to T so we get us a good little thing going here. Now, granted, guys, we got a few people that are not here tonight. I was going to run. Let me go help her real quick with this. I was going to run another race, but it doesn't look like we have to. All right, T. So now just go to next round. No buybacks because this should start solidifying our list. Randomly assigned by, always randomly assigned by. Okay, pair them up. All right, so what do we got here so far? Yep, that's right. So now it's the same thing. Whoever loses here is in fifth. And so 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, because they got joined in. So what you'll do is this will be 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. Yep. And then 1 and 2 race, I believe. I think that's right. So Will and Laramie, actually, this is how it's got to be because they got pushed into the next thing. So let me see this. So Tom lost, right? So Will is not eighth. It'll actually be Lane. Lane's eighth because Lane won, right? Okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So now what you'll do is the next person that loses, you'll put him in seventh. And then after that, the next person that loses will be in sixth. The next loser fifth, 4, 3, 2, 1 until the end of the race. So you just write down the losers from here on out. Good. And guys, anytime after your race, if y'all guys want to go over there and vent to me or say anything, man, the mics are open. Come on over. Come on. Anytime you want to vent to me or anything, you just come on over. The mics are open. We'll sit here. We can talk. I got 2 microphones here, 2 seats. All right, so it looks like left lane's going to take it there. That's going to be Jason Howard. He's going to be a winner here. So it looks like Nathan Pryor is going to be in 7th position. Love E-Dub for the week. Gordon B. Sorry, Gordon. I've always had such a rough time. Batch Elder. All right, I remember that's what you told me. But I always call him Gordon B. Wish I could have made it Had a long day in the shop. Well, Gordon, we got to see one of your buddies here tonight, and he done really well. KG, man, he was putting on a show here. He had three. I thought he was going to do a clean sweep here for our six-car ET, but Will Clausen, he fought his way back. My wife calling for Brantley Howard. Now that's going to be Brantley Howard, no respect. Will Clausen and Megatron in the next race here. But yeah, KG, man, he is a killer on the lights. So here comes Brantley right now. Megatron there in the right lane. That is Will Clausen. He took home second position here tonight in our six-car ET race before the list race here. So every week on Friday, we're going to be running this list race. If you guys want to get in, we're going to be running it for the next 2.5 months. And what we're doing is we're splitting, it's $5 a car to enter, and you can only enter one car. Sorry, folks, that's just the way it is. But we're going to take half of that. We're going to put it under the register, and at the end, that's what's going to pay you guys out, first, second, third, and fourth. And then we're also going to create you guys a T-shirt if you want to get a T-shirt. So I got to get a picture of all the guys here tonight. I was hoping more would show up. Left lane, Brantley Howard's going to take it. That's going to put Will Clausen in sixth position. So that's going to be cool. But, hey, it's just the first week. Come next week, there's going to be some call-outs taking place here. Harold Clausen's going to be up next. Midnight Rider, right lane, Laramie K, Grumpy's Toy. Yeah, you're up. Yeah, this race is still going on until you get eliminated. So the elimination is what dictates where you fall in the leaderboard. What's going on, Brantley? You want to come over here and talk to us? So, Brantley, looks like you took home a win there with old No Respect. How's that make you feel?
So he beat me by maybe, I beat him by maybe a fingernail.
Yeah, I see that.
At midway through the track, I luckily got the speed of the car and came back, but it was a very good race.
Well, that's good. So, are you gonna be able to win some more here and get higher up on the list?
Oh yeah.
All right, No Respect. Oh, you're getting repossessed is what your father Jason's saying.
He don't know nothing.
He don't know nothing yet? Okay, well. There's Brantley Howard. He brought home a win. We got Will Clausen here. Will. Oh, Megatron. Let us know about it.
Well, car's running good. Just couldn't get it done there. Being a really close race.
Sixth position, though, to start out the list. We got 2.5 months. You got plenty of time to climb.
Well, we had a really interesting big drag race just a second ago, and that took a lot out of me. We had a lot of good races for that. And, if you want a drag race, Lane's Raceway is the way to do it. So.
Y'all both got a race. If you lose, you get listed on the losers. Like the losers bracket stuff's over with. So if you lose, you get put on the list. So you understand what's going on,
yes,
kind of? Okay. So it's still kind of confusing for everybody. But the way that it worked was at the very first, everybody raced each other. One went to the winner's bracket, one went to the loser's bracket. The loser's bracket, we did a buyback and made the losers race each other. Now, there was winners out of that, so they get pushed back into the next round. So then once that next round happened, we had technically only lost 2 people in the loser's bracket. So those people were 9th and 8th. Well, then we jump into the next round, and now every loser from that round forward gets put on the list. So when we continue on, like right now we got 3 losers so far from this one. So from 8, 7, 6, 5 right now. And then, of course, this bye is just going to be a win, and we're going to push it on through. And then it'll be a race and another race. So there'll be 2 more losers come next round, and that'll be 4-3. And then the final race will be 2-1. And that's how it'll be. Then next week, everybody will be lined up in that order. We may not have pro pairings there because I don't know if we could get pro pairing to do it. You got it?
1097.
Let's see. Harold Clausen bringing home the dub there against Laramie. So that's going to put Laramie there. What would that be? 765. He'd be in fifth position. So Laramie's fifth position. 1097. So Harold is telling me right now 1097 is what his truck ran. And right now we're seeing Seth Markle with his Cherry Bomb chassis made and put together here at Lanes Raceway. His first time pulling was just a while ago with you.
Yeah,
That was his first time.
Really, really good car. Really tough car. Again, it was built here at Lane, so if you guys want anything built or made, they do really good. You see the kind of quality that they put out, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, the paint job was done by none other than Laramie slash Worm's father, Kelvin Kasinger. He's the one that put the metallic down and gave it that cherry bomb look and then clear coated it and all.
That's all big.
I was given strict orders yesterday from Seth Markle's significant other to not tear this body up or scratch it.
Oh my goodness.
So I didn't, you know. As we see another clean run there from Seth Markwell's Cherry Bomb, it's looking pretty good. Now the flashlight coming in is actually affecting the little webcam. Have you noticed that? Every time he hits it, it like flashes it out. It could be LED on LED violence. Who knows? So right now we got 3 more people that got eliminated there. Now we're going to be going into the semi, I guess here. That'll be 4 racers left, and then a final coming up after that. So I'm excited for that. We're going to see how some of these guys get slotted. If you was to bet on it now, Seth, Jason, Brantley, and Harold is what's left. Who do you think is going to take it?
Well, I obviously have Harold's my dad. So
A little bit of an affinity there,
yeah, but
a little nepotism.
yeah, but Jason and Brantley both are very good racers. It's anybody's game, basically. So.
It really is. I mean, when we're talking about the randomness of Brian Vender down there, and we appreciate Brian Vender for stepping in today, being the light guy to let the light shine, you know. When you're talking about that, you don't know when he's going to press that button. He could press it any time. He could wait 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds before he hits it.
Exactly.
So will the nerves get to you is the real question.
Well, and not only the nerves, but a lot of people aren't used to that flashlight. They're not. It's not the tree anymore. It's the light down there on the end.
It's a different ball game, ain't it?
It is.
But it's exciting. I like the exciting. I like the atmosphere of it, you know. And I really hope you guys really get some kind of some rivalries rocking here before this is said and done. 2.5 months. I think we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to move up. I'm not staying at 6. I think I can at least get in the top 3.
I do believe. You know, I mean, we got Eagle Motor, 130 gram door car. T, you can go on to the next round if you like. And you know, all this stuff, there's plenty of gear ratios. We've had guys testing and doing different gear ratios and all that. So there's a lot that can be done.
Exactly.
You know, right now guys running 1.1s, like your dad said, you know, we're right around in that area. But I think that there's some stuff that could be made that could push it on to that next bit, you know.
Well, and one thing too is.
Hang on one second. I got to see what's going on with her. I'll be right back. All right, so a little bit of confusion there. T was writing down both losers and winners, like we'd previously seen. Uh, but anyways, it's all fixed now, uh, and we're moving on. Hopefully, we're moving on. Will, you been holding it down over here? You've been talking to the chat.
Just a lot of fun.
All right, so a little bit of a glitch in the system there. But right lane's going to take it, so that's going to be Jason Howard taking a win. So the loser is going to be Seth Markwell. Seth is going to get slotted in here. We got 4 more slots, so he'll be 4th position. And then we're going to see 3rd position here set up for the list. We'll go over the list right at the end so that everybody knows where everybody stands for the first week here at Lanes Raceway's The List. And these guys are definitely going to try to get those cars down to that 130 grams. I believe that, don't you?
Well, I'm gonna a little heavy, and there's gonna definitely be some work done.
Yeah, I mean that's detrimental. If you're 30 grams up, that's some big time gains there that you could be having. And we only thing I said we limit is the Eagle motor from Mid America, the 605, right? 605 Eagle motor,
605, yeah.
130 grams, and it has to be a model door car.
Yeah.
So no Lexan or nothing like that, but it has to be a door car. Other than that, you know, Bob's your uncle. You want no bar, you want a bar car, whatever it may be, you build what you want.
Well, and that's what I like about. Not only is it something new, but it's you have a lot of play with your car. You can do whatever you want, make it how you want, and there's not a lot of racetracks that let you do that.
Well, we're always trying weird stuff here. My dad always makes some comments about, well, I've never seen anybody do things like this before. Well, I've never. I mean, I grew up around racing. Don't get me wrong. I never really went to the racetrack all that much. There's a lot of fighting going on at racetracks,
Yeah.
so I tend to try to not be involved in that much. All the time my brother was racing dirt, it was every week he was like, "Man, we about got in a fight this weekend. Somebody else about got in a fight this weekend, and all this." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to be there," you know. But he always had a really good blast, good time. UMP modifieds, racing and stuff. We've talked about it on stream before and everything. And I would if I ever win the lottery. Me and Glenn Burton, we've talked about it. We're going to get us a big semi. Me, Dan, and Glenn. We're just going to go on tour, and then Gabriel, he's going to buy him a late model. We'll just tour him around town. We'll have somebody else come and fill in for Lanes Raceway. We're going to the big late model races.
There you go.
You know,
Can't beat that.
then I don't have to worry about it. Glenn Burton says, watch it. He's listening. Yeah, he's always listening, Glenn. But yeah, I mean, I would love to just take off tour, just hit every one of those races. Then you know what? They can have their fights in there. I'll be in the trailer with Glenn. It'll be a great time.
Well, one thing I like about the list too is a couple of the guys aren't here tonight, and hopefully next week you'll get a full perspective of. We got some competitive racers here,
We do,
uh,
we do.
and that's one thing that I like about it too is it kind of drives you to get a little better each week.
Yeah, and I think this is a perfect example of a class. We tried this out at the very first, whenever we opened up Lanes Raceway up there, 3 years ago. We did the boss cars from Mid America, but they were just too much for the track. They were too radical. Then we tried it again, me, you, and Harold, you remember, with the 929, and that went great. And then now we got the bigger track. The Eagle motors can take it. The Eagle motors can let their hearts shine, and that's a very popular motor. Eagles and Hawk Sevens, that's very popular in drag racing. So everybody's got one in their reservoir of cars, right? So why not make a class where it's heads up and these guys can really let it hang out?
There you go.
And I think we've done good here doing that, and I think it's an excellent little race. We're not relying on a tree here. We're relying on Brian Vender down by the man cave
Yeah.
shining a light. And isn't that cool? You can actually see it on the live stream here. Good internet so far. I think we got 1,200 frames dropped. Not too bad for 3 cameras rolling. 4 cameras if you count this one. We see that light down there click on, and we're going to see right lane Jason Howard. He's going to move on into the next round. So we got one more race left to go.
There you go.
Hey, for you guys run the final race, I want to talk to the last two racers that are going to race, Jason Howard and Harold. I want to talk to Jason and, oh, wait, that was it. That was the final race. Man, that came and gone, didn't it? Well, I guess I'll talk to them after the race.
Well,
So everybody is weighing in, right?
yeah, they're weighing in, and I just wanted to say I appreciate everything that Lanes Raceway's done with the list, and if you want to come and just run a drag car, and if you want to run anything, it's a very good place to come and race. Uh, really good atmosphere. We have fun here.
Yeah, we do. We try to have as much fun as we can, don't we?
Yeah,
I appreciate that, Will. Hey, T, bring me that list. Let's go over the list with the guys.
There needs to be a better way to see it. That was a definite jump. Nobody was able to catch it.
Was it a jump? You couldn't tell? Okay. Well, next week, what we'll do, Harold, we'll have a person set behind it. So then we'll have him and the person behind it make that work. All right. So right now, and this is not adding the people that wasn't here like Glenn and Jerry and a few others, Rich Salza and stuff. They couldn't make it here tonight. They didn't have their car set up. We didn't have the Eagle Motors to sell. We sold out of Eagle Motors this week for this class. So everybody was having a good time. But right now, as it stands, in ninth position, Tom Teeter. Eighth position, Lane Kaysanger. Seventh position, Nathan Pryor. Sixth position, the one and only Will Clausen. Fifth position, Laramie Kaysanger. Fourth position, Seth Markwell. Third position, Brantley Howard. Second position, Harold Clausen. And Jason Howard, he might be on the phone trying to call Gabriel Kirtley right now. But first position for this week, Jason Howard. Now, we did have a little bit of an incident there. Harold brought up, said he believed that Jason may have jumped the gun. But, hey, these are rivalries, right? We're getting it started already. I'm loving it. There won't be fights here at Lanes Raceway. But nonetheless, we'll fix that next week. We'll just set a guy there at the back, and we'll have a guy, of course, like Brian was with the flashlight, because he's the main one. If he says they jump because he's the one that's actually clicking the light. But if he can't see it, then we'll rely on the second hand of the guy behind it. And if he believes they jump, then they jump. Now, we can also go back to the live stream, and that's what we'll probably do for this incident. If we see a jump took place on the live stream, we ain't got no stutter in the frames or anything. Maybe you guys out there in internet land maybe have seen it. But nonetheless, we may change that, and it might be Harold in number one spot versus Jason. But nonetheless, what a great one. You want to say something? Y'all running Eagle Motors. That was teched over there, right? It wasn't teched? Yeah, bring it here. Everybody bring me your cars. Let me make sure you got Eagle Motors. All right, you're good.
Doing some quick tech here.
All right, you're good. All right, so I know for a fact right now, Laramie and Lane have Eagle Motors.
We're all pretty honest here at Lanes Raceway.
Well, I mean, we can kind of tell by the times there. All right. Let's see no respect real quick. Let me see if we got an Eagle Motor in that, baby. You're good. Rock and roll. No, you're good. I can look right through the back window. You're good, too, there with the cherry bomb. All right. Lovey-dove. Eagle Motor there for Nathan. He's good. All right. Jason's going to show me his gray ghost here. And so guys, some of the guys want to turn their motors over backwards. So I actually etched lanes in the edge of this motor because I seen this motor earlier today. So I know he's good there for the Eagle Motor. Harold and Will, let's check theirs. And I think Tom's is the other one. So we got an Eagle Motor there.
I'm running a Group 20.
Group 20 Eagle Motor. All right, Eagle Motor there. Good. So Tom Teeter's the last one, and I think he might be gone for the. Did I check yours?
Yeah, I think he stepped out.
Okay, so Tom, I think he's already cashed out, but we know for a fact that he was running one earlier today. I seen his car, so we're good to go on that. Glenn says, I have spare motors. Yeah, a lot of our circle track racers have spare motors. I couldn't find one today to get to Will, but then we ended up finding one, didn't we, somewhere? All right, so I mean everything worked out. I think it was a good showing tonight. Jason hired the Gray Ghost. I'd like to have a little word with him if he doesn't mind. Jason hired Gray Ghost, taking home the win right now. He's currently in number one position here. I'll show you again here. Here's the lineup here for the first week. If I'll zoom in, Jason Howard, Harold Clausen, Brantley Howard, Seth Markwell, Laramie Sanger, Will Clausen, Nathan Pryor, Lane Sanger, and Tom Teeter. Jason, come over here and talk to us real quick.
All right, Donovan, I'm gonna jump off here and let Jason get over here. I appreciate it and had fun tonight, man.
All right, Will. Hey, if I don't get to see you here in the next few minutes, if y'all get out of here before then, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it, Will.
Yes, sir.
I'll take that mic. I'll let Jason have it here. Glenn says I have them hidden. I hope it was on mute. I hope maybe, Will, it popped up through my microphone, but it was on mute. Here we are, Jason. So, Jason, right now, have a little bit of a protest between Harold. Harold thought you may have jumped the gun. Next week, we're going to put somebody back there. We'll make it worthwhile. But right now, you are currently in first place unless we get on here and see a huge jump or something that we can tell a difference of on the live stream. Did you jump?
I don't feel like I did. I feel like I just hit it just right.
Just hit it just right. Hey, I asked Brian. He said he was kind of like this. I guess maybe he couldn't see. So that's why I said, well, we'll put a guy at 10. Not a big deal. It's a first week. There's still, Harold can challenge you next week. Of course, you know he's going to. And then, of course, Seth will probably challenge Brantley, so on and so forth. But the guys that wasn't here, we're just going to fill them out down here by when they told me that they wasn't going to be here.
That's right. They don't need to be here anyway, especially Jerry and different ones. They don't need to be here anyway. They ain't going to be doing no good.
Well, I got to know, Jason, what did you think about the first night running this? You think it went pretty decently smooth?
I think it went just fine, actually. We're first night, first time out. Half our guys ain't here. It'll be an interesting night next week, and hopefully when everybody shows up.
I think so. I think we're getting something here, don't you?
Yeah, I do too.
Glenn says, I seen the tires crack. James T. Findle says, Chase is a race.
Glenn, you just worry about your rounding around car, not what's going on here, bud.
Well, Glenn will probably be here next week. Right now, Glenn is at Apex. He's running with Gabriel and Randy and possibly Jay and Guillermo, I think, over there at the Flexi Challenge. So he's representing Lanes Raceway in a different way. But he likes to do a little bit of drag racing too.
And he's fun around. Glenn's fun to be around. He don't care. He's just here to have a good time, and that's what it's all about here.
That's it. Well, I got to know, Jason. Are you going to try to work on your car as hard as you have this past week, you and Laramie? Try to get them a little bit quicker?
We got a few things up our sleeves. We're going to try and see how it goes.
All right.
We got cars running pro my time. We're going to have to do something a little different here and figure this out.
Well, in closing, what do you want to tell the people before we roll on out of this live stream and get them excited for next week?
I don't know what to say, really. We're going to come back, hopefully, like the big cars. We're going to work on our all week, rebuild, retune, and see what we got coming up.
All right, Jason, man.
For you, buddy.
Always a pleasure talking to Jason. You want to talk real quick, Brantley, before we close? It's on. Go ahead, buddy.
He's all talk, no go. Don't listen to him.
Listen to that. We got a father-son rivalry even taking place. You want to say something? All right. All right. Folks, let's see here. Let me get this over here. James Findle coming in saying, okay, as bad as I hate to say it, Glenn, I need a motor. Glenn Burden, I am going from 10th to number 1 next week. There we go, Glenn. Holding on strong. But, guys, what a great first little bit. Lanes Raceway, the list drag race here, just getting her started. I'd like to get a picture of the guys. We might get that next week. It's getting a little bit late here. We might get that next week before we do our ET race. Thank you guys for tuning in. Gabriel Kirtley coming in here on chat. Every time I look on here, I see Jason Hired being a camera hog. Well, as always, we love camera hogs here, don't we? I wish I could get you to be a camera hog every once in a while. Gabriel, very shy behind the cam. Livermore Lightning, if you know him. He's got a few other names. I won't say the road racing name because I know you hate that name, but I'll let that one slide. But Gabriel Kirtley, of course, representing Lanes Raceway. Him, Randy Kirtley, and Glenn down there at Apex. They're going to be racing their hearts out tomorrow in the Flexi Challenge Series. Then they'll be right back here Sunday racing in our Flexi Challenge Winter Series to prep ourselves for April the 12th. But, guys, we got a lot of fun things going on down here at Lanes Raceway. Come on in, step in, have a good time with us. plenty of time to do the list. Like I said, we still got another 7 weeks worth of racing this list before we declare a winner. So you got plenty of time to come and climb the ranks. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you. Hope you have a great night, and we'll be praying for you.